The communities of Norridge and Harwood Heights are gateway communities that share the Eisenhower Public Library District. Approximately 51% of its residents speak a language other than English in the home, with the majority speaking Polish, Italian, or Spanish. Through an American Dream Starts at Your Library grant, the library has a chance to expand English learning opportunities across a broader spectrum.
We serve the communities of Norridge and Harwood Heights, and we've been in the community since the 70s, and this is the third building that we've occupied, and we are a population of approximately 24,000, including the villages of Norridge and Harwood Heights. So we're a district library. It's a very diverse population. We were talking earlier, and we think it's probably around 30% of the population don't identify just as white Caucasian. So we have people from Iran, we have people from Croatia, we have people from Poland, we have people from Mexico. It's just very diverse. And it changes a lot. It used to be very Polish and Italian, now it's more Polish, and it seems like a lot of Arabic speaking people. And it's in flux. We're almost like a, what do you call it? It's like the first community you come to, a welcoming community to the United States almost. And then the population often shifts out and somebody else comes in. Our plan was that we would hold conversation corners and people from different backgrounds could get together and talk with each other. Another part of the program that we implemented was the English as a second language iPods. So that's what these are. You can just pull this out, take this to the circulation desk, and you can check the iPod out, and the language is on there. And they're all here right now, but they're often checked out. And that was all loaded with Pimsleur ESL courses so that people could just take it home and learn on their own. We also have the Pimsleur ESL on CDs so that they could put them into their computers if they wanted to. And then we bought a lot of dictionaries, English, whatever language, and we also bought just a plethora of books on English as a second language, English for job seekers, English skills, TOEFL books, some of them in Spanish, most of them in English. French, German, Spanish, Italian, Korean, Cantonese, Vietnamese, Russian. We did a few programs with immigration and naturalization, which is where this immigration kit comes from. And that they have been incredibly helpful and just wonderful. And those did not get a lot of people. They got like 10, under 10, some of them. But immigration was thrilled with them, and the people who attended came out and they just were so happy with these programs. So that's fine with me. We had three. We had something like citizenship interviews, immigration and naturalization, and citizenship programs that they came out and did. We decided, based on the response we were getting, that our community wanted to be more self-directed and do things on their own. So we decided to just start letting them do that. We made this. We tried to make the iPods more visible for the community so that they would know that they were there. We put the books out on carts so that they would be able to find them, that they would just sort of snap at them. We had handouts. We had shelf talkers in the foreign language books that would say, Eisenhower speaks your language, and trying to contact them any way that we could. Most of our promotion was in-house. We kept statistics on the circulating, the iPods and the books and the CDs, and we circulated approximately 250 items over the course of the grant. We had people tell us how much they enjoyed the conversation corners. We had, at the very beginning, we had people who would come very consistently 2 or 3 times, and then someone moved back to Thailand and, went back to Taiwan, and then we lost them. The people that went to the immigration and naturalization programs seemed to be very happy. They seemed to really be pleased that we were offering that. It taught me, at least, things about our community. I was saying earlier that we had at one of the last conversation corners, we had a gentleman from Iran and a gentleman from Poland. And they were, sitting on opposite sides of the room. And they told me, the gentleman from Poland said, I came here and I moved in with my brother and, his sister and 13 cousins and whatever. And we moved into this, and we shared a space until we could afford to get out on our own and could afford to get an apartment and I could get a job. And the gentleman from Iran said, we can't do that. We're Muslim. We can't share a house with people. we have to have our own separate space. So we have a large Muslim community in Harwood Heights and a bigger community of Polish, I think, in Norridge. And it was kind of interesting just the way people were acting when they came to this country, and the way that they formed their own communities, came to the country, but still had their own community that they could go back to, so they had that comfort level that they could stay with. I thought that was interesting. It was stuff I hadn't really thought about before. The gentleman from Iran particularly said that he had been I believe even a doctor possibly, and how he wanted to, improve, get a better job here than what he was able to get initially. But he also said, which I thought was interesting because I work with the high school a lot, and there's a lot of girls over there that wear hijabs. And he had said, one of the reasons we came here, we were in California for a while, one of the reasons we came here is this was a place where my daughter could go to school and no one would laugh at her, no one would point at her. I'm really happy with the fact that what we did was we put, after we decided that we wanted these to circulate even more, we put the corresponding foreign language on. So it'll be ESL for French and French, or ESL for Polish and Polish. So that opened it up to more of our community, rather than just people doing ESL, even though that was the grand purpose, which I think is a good thing, because I just think it just opens the whole thing up, to everybody now. I would say this is definitely going to keep going, and I know that we are currently in the process of really trying to increase our foreign language books, especially in Italian, Arabic, Spanish, and Polish right now. We have a collection. Our Polish collection is pretty large because we've always had a large Polish population. But the other collections have been sort of lagging, and we are, every department, the children's department, the teen department, and the adult department are all in the middle of doing a really large purchase on books in different languages, which are really hard to find. I would like to point out, especially Arabic teen books. This was a completely free thing that they brought us and just gave us. They are lovely people. Mm-hmm. But it comes with a full set of flashcards for the naturalization test. And let me just get this turned down. They gave us, this is a video on becoming a citizen, and books on naturalization, Welcome to the United States, in English and Spanish. And we've got Expanding Your ESL Civics and Citizenship in Your Community, and the Citizens Almanac. There's a copy of the Declaration of Independence. There's the Naturalization Interview. Okay. And this is Learn About the United States. It's civics lessons. And it's just a wonderful thing. And they were also very generous. They gave us extra flashcards. They gave us extra CDs. CDs, and they gave us a few DVDs. I think they might have given us an extra DVD. And they were wonderful to work with. They were just great. I would highly recommend anybody contact them.